Hello, hockey fans. Austin here, and welcome to the Boston Bruins versus Florida Panthers Eastern Conference semifinal preview video. In this video today, I'm going to be breaking down both teams' first rounds, how they stack up against each other with the stats. There's a little bit of advanced stats to discuss, and then, of course, the special teams and goaltending. And then I will also give my prediction on who I think is going to come out of that series between the Bruins and the Panthers. And I am a Bruins fan. Now, I'm an Oilers fan first. You can tell by the background here. This is not a real background, of course. This is just green screened. But the Oilers are my number one team, but the Bruins I have been cheering for since 2003. They are my number two team, and I did a live stream for their Game 7 match against the Maple Leafs. I don't usually talk about the Bruins a whole lot on this channel. I have tried to keep it mostly Oilers centered. However, this channel is called Austin Hockey, not Austin Oilers. I do like to discuss all the different topics, and I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup. But if you're a Bruins fan, you're probably not going to like the prediction, but let's kind of jump into it here. So, playoff stats so far. The leading scorer for Boston is Brad Marchand. He has 3 goals, 5 assists. He's a +1 rating. And the leading scorer for Florida is Carter Verhaeghe. He has 5 goals, 4 assists, and a +7 rating. Of course, he's also tied with Matthew Tkachuk, who has 3 goals and 9 points as well, who's a +4 rating. I did put Carter Verhaeghe up just because he had more goals than Matthew Tkachuk. However, Tkachuk is clearly a terrific player, and he is tied with Verhaeghe on the Panthers in scoring. Now, when we look at the Bruins, they are 4-3. It did take them 7 games to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. They could not really score against Joseph Woll or Ilya Samsonov in the final 3 games of the series. However, they did manage to come out on top. Their expected goals for in that series at 5-on-5 was 52.20%. Power play was clicking at 35.3%. Their penalty kill was clicking at 95.2%. The Toronto Maple Leafs, I think, went 1 for 25 on their power plays, which is just horrific. If you're a Leafs fan, you probably are not feeling very good about that. For the Bruins, of course, their penalty kill has been phenomenal. Their goals for per game is only 2.57, but they only give up 1.71 goals per game. Jeremy Swayman was channeling his inner Tim Thomas in that first round against Toronto. Really limited their offense, limited their ability to score goals. Of course, the Leafs, Austin Matthews, they had injuries there. Matthews was sick, and then I think he was injured. Nylander missed the first 3 games of the series. And, of course, Joseph Woll, he got hurt for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. It must have been at the end of Game 6. Samsonov had to come in for Game 7. I thought Samsonov played really well in Game 7 for Toronto, but the Bruins were able to find a way to win that series and slay the demons of blowing a 3-1 series lead from last year against these same Panthers. Now, for Florida, they are 4-1. They dispatched the Tampa Bay Lightning in 5 games. I thought that series was a lot closer than, how it played out. Their expected goals for percentage at even strength is 50.82%. Power play clicking at 23.1%. Penalty kill 80%. They score 4 goals per game, and their goals against per game is 2.80. So when we look at this series, just looking at the raw data, just looking at the expected goals for the special teams and the goaltending, pretty much, the Bruins, all their stats are better than Florida. However, the way Florida plays, how aggressive they are on the forecheck, the way they control the puck, the ability to create high danger scoring chances, they are really effective at getting the puck into the slot area for shots. And the finishing talent on Florida, their depth is incredible. And of course, Sergei Bobrovsky has been playing very good hockey. He's had the save of the playoffs. He had that against Tampa. We all know that save where he was out of position. He reached with his arm, managed to make that huge save. It was unbelievable in the first round against Tampa. But looking at these two teams, even though I'm a Bruins fan, I don't feel good heading into it against the Panthers. The Panthers are built for the playoffs, and the way they play, especially during the regular season, the playoffs are a little bit different. Their stats, how do I do this? Here we go. My camera's set up. It's all like reversed. Trying to just, determine how to predict the series. This is a series that could go 7 games. It's a series that could be a sweep. However, in terms of my actual overall prediction, I'm going Panthers in 5. The Boston Bruins were pretty beat up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs were very physical. The Bruins just did not look like the Bruins, especially towards the end of the series. I think they were lucky to get past Toronto, if I'm going to be completely honest here. Toronto played really well for most of that series. They played really poorly for 2 of the games, but overall, Toronto probably deserved to win. And if you're a Bruins fan watching and you're going, oh no, I don't think so, that's totally fair. As a Bruins fan myself, just I'm just trying to be objective. I'm trying to be neutral. I thought the Leafs really did generate a decent amount of offense chances, but Jeremy Swayman, like I said, he played like Tim Thomas. He played really well. But for the Florida Panthers, I just think this is going to be too much of a team to overcome. The way Florida plays, they are very suffocating. They're all over you at all times. They're very aggressive. They're always on the puck. They're very tenacious. And the fact that Boston just played a really physical series and they only had one day off before this series starts against the Panthers, this is why I'm picking the Panthers in 5. I think Florida is going to jump on them early. I think the Panthers have the advantage just because they have had a lot of rest. Now, there might be a little bit of rust on Florida's side initially. So the Bruins, you might see them come out and start strong, but I think as the series progresses, I really do think that it's going to be a battle of will. And, if the physicality picks up, I'm not sure if the Boston Bruins can match it at the moment. Again, all the stats say the Bruins are favored. In the head-to-head during the regular season, Boston went 4-0 against Florida. However, when it comes to the playoff matchup, I don't feel confident in the Bruins, and it's very unfortunate. I'm sorry, Bruins fans, but Florida fans, this is my prediction. Panthers in 5. I think they're going to dispatch the Bruins very quickly. I don't think the Boston Bruins played amazing against Toronto in that first round, and I don't see them finding a way to play any better against Florida. And that's a testament to how Florida plays. This is me really hyping up the Florida Panthers. Florida is a terrific team. I truly do think that it's either them or Carolina coming out of the first round, but we'll see what happens. Now, what are your predictions in this series? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments section below. Of course, this channel, like I mentioned, it's usually mostly Oilers content, but I do like covering other teams. It is the playoffs. I am doing my best to cover more content here. The Oilers do not play until Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time or 10 p.m. Eastern, probably a 10:20 p.m. Eastern puck drop if we're going to be completely realistic here. So I'm just trying to find a way to fill in the holes on the channel and provide some extra content for everyone. If you enjoyed this video today, make sure you hit like. If you really liked it, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the little bell so that you're always notified when I go live or when I upload a new video. And of course, before you head to bed or before, you go somewhere after watching the video, make sure you tell someone that you love them, okay? Truly appreciate it. I appreciate all the support lately. You're all amazing. And we'll see how this series plays out. It's going to be a fun series, but I think it's going to be a short series. As a Bruins fan, I say go Bruins. However, I think the Panthers have the edge here. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching.